Hey, good evening and welcome to the Sevier Valley Center. Here we have the Snow Badgers versus the Tohono Community College. We have some men's basketball here tonight, brought to you by Snow TV. This is Sam Robbins bringing you some Phil commentary today. To catch you up on the starting lineup for the Snow College Badgers, we have number 0, Nate Moore, playing as a guard. He is 6'2", out of St. John's Northwestern in Milwaukee, Michigan. Also today, we have number 11, Chris O'Neill, out of Pleasanton, California, from Foothill High School, playing guard as well. Straight out of Slovakia, we have Norbert Janicek, number 15, playing forward and center today for the Snow College Badgers. And also from Logan, Utah, Jackson Anderson, playing guard and forward. And finally, to wrap all this up, number 33, Brandon Koliker, out of Kaysville, Utah, is playing forward for the Snow College Badgers. Here we are starting off. Snow College going towards the north. Again, this is Sam Robbins bringing you this game here on Snow TV. Looks like number 22, 32, Brandon Koliker for the Badgers, tipping it off to the Badgers, looking like number 10 here. Number 0, actually, excuse me. Number 11 now with the ball. Chris O'Neill passing into 32. Brandon Koliker inside or outside over to number 0. Nate Moore. They tried it for the shot. They cannot make it. Number 10 here for the Tohono Community College. Bringing it in, and he is brought to the floor. No foul is called. Number 15 now for the Badgers. Norbert Janicek bringing the ball into play here. Number 0, Nate Moore now with the ball, just crossing the timeline right now. He's surveying what he can do here. He passes over to number 20, Jackson Anderson. Jackson Anderson just sitting outside of the three-point line. Over to 32, over to 11. Chris O'Neill now with the ball. He passes inside of 15, Norbert Janicek. And Norbert Janicek, interesting fact, is from Draskovic, Slovakia. And that's rather interesting. Snow College is farming from different countries for their players. Tohono now with the ball. Number 1, Devontae Eason with the shot, and that is good for the 2 points. Number 0 right now, Nate Moore with the ball over to 20, Janicek. Ooh, and the is out of bounds. Snow College so far looking strong, looking to make up that 2 points that they have yet to answer with. Number 0, Nate Moore checking the ball in for Snow College. He's going to pass it into number 32, Brandon Koliker. He will make the shot. 2 points here. Snow College, 18 minutes here left in the first half. Tohono now with the ball. Number 10, Dominic McCoy. Over to 25. Devin White into 24. And he will complete that shot and that scoring drive. Score now 4-2 with Tohono up. Number 20 here, Jackson Anderson with the ball over to Nate Moore, now into Janicek. Janicek passing to Tohono forward pass across the court, number 12 on Tohono Jordan Lee. 25 sitting out of the three-point. He's going to come in and complete. That was Devin White for Tohono the Jagos. Nate Moore now with the ball for the Badgers. Looking for the pass, Janicek. Janicek over to Anderson. Inside to number 32, Brandon Koliker. Koliker over to number 20. And Jackson Anderson will complete that drive. The score is now 4-6. Badgers still trailing the Jagos here with 17 minutes left in this first half. Number 10 for the Jagos with the ball. He'll pass over to 12. Oh, they'll shoot from the three-point line and will miss. Looks like the fronting iron for that one. Number 0, Nate Moore bringing the ball across the timeline here. Number 20, Jackson Anderson now with the ball over back to Moore, back to Anderson. Anderson passing back out to Moore, and he will try for the shot. No good. Back of the iron on that one, and it is finally out of bounds for that scoring drive. The Badgers still no score, 4-6. Looks like number 12 for Tohono will bring in the ball. Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee is a stout guard for the Jagos. He's a freshman, 6'1", out of Mesa, Arizona. Dominic McCoy now with the ball. He's a guard, freshman, 5'9", out of Hammond, Louisiana. Looking like number 11 for the Badgers. Chris O'Neill with some pressure. Over to 10, over to 1 for the Jagos. Jagos are sitting outside that three-point line, just handling the ball back and forth, and there's a missed pass for the Jagos. Badgers now with the ball. Nate Moore bringing it into number 15, Norbert Janisek. Nate Moore, he's a 6'2 guard out of Milwaukee from St. John's Northwestern. He is bringing the ball across the timeline here for the Badgers. Nate Moore looking to pass into 20. Jackson Anderson. Anderson now with the ball. Looking for a shot or drive. Either will work. Moore will finish that drive with no good. Rebounded by the Jagos. Jagos now in possession of the ball. Number 1, Devontae Eason passing to number 10, Dominic McCoy. Badgers looking pretty stout here in the beginning minutes of this first half. Answering most of the points the Jagos have put up on the board. The score is 4-6 again with the Badgers trailing. Number 10 for the Jagos, Dominic McCoy bringing the ball across the timeline for the Jagos. Number 11, Chris O'Neal adding some pressure. Number 25 for the Jagos. He will shoot from the three-point line. It is no good. Back to the iron. The Badgers will try to get the rebound, but the Jagos will complete that drive, making the score 4-8. Badgers still trailing. Number 11, Chris O'Neal passing inside in the paint, who in the Jagos will steal the ball with some quick passes, and they're back across the court. Number 1 for the Jagos. He will be pushed out of bounds by number 20, Jackson Anderson. That is the first personal foul for Jackson Anderson. Dominic McCoy with the foul on that. Number 12 now with the ball for the Jagos. Back to McCoy. McCoy getting guarded very heavily by number 11, Chris O'Neal. McCoy over to 12. He will shoot in front of the iron on that shot. 32, Brandon Koliker will go down with the ball, trying to pass out to Nate Moore. Mason Rich now coming in for the Badgers. Number 0, Nate Moore with the ball now. Looking like Nate Moore is quite the guard the Badgers have picked up this year. Doing rather well for himself despite the score the Badgers put on the board. Number 32, Brandon Koliker with the ball into number 25. Again, Mason Rich trying to score some points, put some points on the board inside the paint on that one. Anderson now with the ball, bringing it in for the Badgers. We'll see if they can't finish on this scoring drive right here. O'Neal with the ball, back to Moore, inside to Mason Rich. He cannot pick up the rebound either. Number 10 now for the Jagos with the ball, over to 1. Back to 10, McCoy with the ball. He's going to drive up in the paint. He's going to shoot, and it is no good. The Badgers picking up the rebound. Nate Moore now with the ball. Seeing some pressure from behind from the Jagos. He's going to be brought down by the Jagos and going to draw no foul. The ball fouls out of bounds with the Badgers again with the ball. Moore bringing the ball in for the Badgers. Moore scanning the ground. Oh, and he picks up number 11, Chris O'Neal with the ball now. That is a far pass, kind of unsafe if you ask me. Back to Moore. He's outside that three-point line looking for the shot or a pass. 32, Koliker now with the ball. Back to Moore. Moore will drive in. Will not complete, though. Koliker over to 11. O'Neal with the shot. No good. And the Jagos pick up the rebound there. Number 10 for the Jagos, McCoy now with the ball. He's looking for the shot, but the Badgers will steal a ball. Number 11, O'Neal now with the ball. Going up for the layup. He'll come down without any points. The score is still 4-8 with 15 minutes left here in our first half. The Badgers looking strong, but they just can't put any points up on the board as of right now. We'll see if they can pick up these two foul shots. Number 11, O'Neal. O'Neal with his first foul. It is no good. Seeing some substitutions for both the Jagos and the Badgers. We'll see if O'Neill can complete his second shot for the foul he just recently picked up. We have Badgers on both sides of the court. Looks like the Jagos are going to pick up that rebound. Bring up number 3 for the Jagos, bringing it across the timeline. Tohono O'odham playing with quite the intensity here, but the Badgers are again stealing the ball. Number 20 over to 11. O'Neill now with the ball. O'Neill over to Koliker. Koliker cannot finish, and Tohono O'odham picks up that rebound. Number 3 again for Tohono O'odham. Delino Lewis now with the ball. Lewis over to 15. Khalil Rashid. Rashid over to 0, back to 30, inside. He'll try to make the shot. It is no good. The Badgers looking to pick up the rebound there. Number 11, O'Neill now with the ball. Playing with quite the intensity right there. Looking for a score, but it's going to be no good.
Lewis, first personal. Media timeout.
The timeout called. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back, looking like the Snow Badgers coming out of that timeout. The coach still yelling some helpful information to his players. And that would be head coach Robert Nielsen trying to explain how he wants his game to go down. Again, this is Sam Robbins for Snow TV. We are bringing you the Snow College Tohono O'odham preseason exhibition game. Number 11, O'Neill now with the ball, sitting outside into Koliker. Koliker looking for the pass. He's going to drive in and try for the shot. He's going to pass over to O'Neill. And Tohono O'odham's going to draw the foul. Tohono O'odham bringing their A game to this game. Number 3 for Tohono O'odham. Delino Lewis now with the ball. Lewis calling the play. He's looking for his man. Lewis, he's going to get that pass stolen by the Badgers. Number 22, J.R. Taylor with the ball. He cannot finish that drive for the shot, but he will bring down the foul. Looks like a blocking foul. J.R. Taylor with his 2 foul shots, looking to pick up some more points for the Badgers. Here with about 13 minutes and 27 seconds here in our first half left. The score is still 4-8 with the Badgers trailing, and he's going to knock down his first free throw. Coach still giving some help to his players out there. We'll see if Taylor can complete. Oh, in and out for that for the shot. Number 3, Delino Lewis now with the ball. Lewis over to 22 for the Jagos. Can't complete. Lewis now again with the ball. Looks like the Jagos picked up the rebound. Number 0 now with the ball. Oh, what's his name? Keenan Keens. We're back to 22, and it's like a out of bounds for the Badgers. No jump ball, actually. We'll have to excuse the referees. The score 5-8 here. 13 minutes left in our first half. It's like possession goes to the Jagos. Silence on the court. They're looking for a call from the referees, and they're not sure what's going on here. It's like the head coach for the Badgers is trying to give some advice to the referee. And with a lack of fans, it's kind of awkward here at the Sevier Valley Center here in Richfield, Utah. Looked like we're going to get a final opinion here on the call on the court. Again, we have both coaches and refs trying to see what's going on. Looks like Robert Nielsen for the Badgers is going to use this time to get some quick advice to his players. The referee's giving his final opinion. Looking still a jump ball, still in possession of the Jagos. They're going to pass number 20 with the ball, number 30 actually, excuse me. He's going to have the ball knocked out of bounds. Charlie Watkin, forward center for the Jagos. He's a freshman out of Mesa, Arizona. He's 6'8", 245 pounds. Quite the formidable player on the court right now. Number 0 now the ball. He's going to take the shot. No good. Badgers are going to pick up the rebound. Chris O'Neal now with the ball for the Badgers, bringing it across the timeline. O'Neal over to Koliker. Koliker looking for the pass. He finds O'Neal outside the three-point line. O'Neal calling the play. He's hoping somebody can pick up this pass. Seeing some pressure from Lewis on the Jagos. He's going to pass over to Koliker. Koliker outside the three-point line, driving into the paint, back out to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to drive up, pass into number 20 for the Badgers. Jackson Anderson looking like the foul's going to be called down before he can complete that play. Looking like the Jagos are picking up another foul, and they're going to clear the bench with this next substitution. Looking like the Jagos are going to get play time for everybody, seeing this as an exhibition game. O'Neal with the foul. He's going to take his 2 free throws. Number 21 for the Badgers getting subbed in, London Simonson out of Salem, Utah. In for number 20, Anderson. Simonson with quite the gnarly face mask he's got on. If I were playing basketball, I would be scared of that guy. O'Neal with his first free throw, or second. It is no good. The score now 6-8 for the Badgers, still trailing. The Jagos up 2. Like blocking for O'Neal. Number 10 for the Jagos, McCoy. He's going to be pushed around a little bit by O'Neal. Number 25 for the Jagos, Devin White with the ball. He's going to pass into number 10, Dominic McCoy now with the ball, looking for the pass, looking for the shot. Either will do. 24 now with the ball for the Jagos. He's going to shoot. It is no good. Nothing but air on that one. And is out of bounds in the possession of the Badgers now. Looking like 32. Koliker for the Badgers, bringing the ball in. He's going to pass into O'Neal. O'Neal now with the ball, seeing 2 defenders, seeing some full court pressure as well from the Jagos. Koliker with the ball out to 22. J.R. Taylor over to O'Neal, inside to Koliker. He's looking for the shot, but he can't complete. Number 11 into Simonson. Simonson's going to drive into the paint, but that's no good. Koliker, undefended, in for the shot. Just tied the game up for the Snow College Badgers. The Jagos looking to answer. Oh, looking like a charging foul for the Jagos. Number 25, Mason Rich is going to pick up that foul. Chris O'Neal is going to receive, no, actually Simonson with the pass inbounds. Simonson back to 22, J.R. Taylor. Taylor coming across that the timeline into Simonson. Simonson looking for the pass over to O'Neal. O'Neal still looking for his man. He's just outside the three-point line. Back to Simonson. Simonson's going to pass inside and not find his receiver there. It's going to be no good. Jagos now in possession of the ball. Jagos number 10, McCoy. Looks like Simonson's going to pick up a personal foul there. Number 10 now with the ball. McCoy for the Jagos. McCoy bringing the ball across the timeline. He's going to pass inside to number 1. Seeing some defense here from the Badgers pretty well. Koliker is going to come down with the ball. Koliker over to, not to O'Neal. He's going to take the ball across. He's going to pass it to Taylor. Taylor now with the ball. He's calling for a man, but looks like everyone's pretty well defended. Koliker inside the paint. Back outside to Taylor. Taylor, who trying to pass to Simonson. Simonson can't not get his hands on the ball and is out of bounds. Jagos now in possession. Looks like number 12 for the Jagos going to pass it inbounds. Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee is a guard for the Jagos. He's a freshman, so this is his first year playing. He's a 6'1", out of Mesa, Arizona as well. Looking like the Jagos are mainly out of Mesa, Arizona. Number 1 trying to dunk the ball. He was unsuccessful in just pushing it out. J.R. Taylor with the cherry pick, and it is no good. How embarrassing can that be? Looking like a traveling violation for the Jagos. Number 23, Jeremy Ty, coming in for the Snow College Badgers. O'Neal's going to pass the ball inbounds. O'Neal back into Ty. 23 back to O'Neal. He is sitting about halfway between the three-point line and the half-court line. Ty with the ball now, inside to 11. O'Neal cannot finish that layup, and the Jagos will gain possession of the ball. McCoy into number 1. Devontae Eason still with the ball, looking for the shot. Eason over 24. 24, Jackson. Back to McCoy. McCoy is just sitting out there with the ball. He's got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 24, Eason with the 3 points, making the score 11-8. The Badgers still trailing. They're just trailing once again. Number 1 for the Badgers, Riley Panther into O'Neal. Over to Ty. Ty into Koliker. And 11, O'Neal calling for, what's that called? O'Neal can't finish, neither can Koliker. Looks like Ty's gonna go down on the court. There will be no picking and rolling for the Badgers here. Looks like Ty's gonna pick up the foul, he's gonna shoot.
1-1, Ty.
The Badgers have the bonus here. 10 minutes left in the first half. Ty with his first shot. Looks real concentrated. He's gonna go up, and it is good. Score now 9-11. Badgers still trailing. We get some substitutions for the Jagos. Jordan Ty again with the ball here on his second shot. Maybe he can finish, make that score just a little closer. And he does. His score is now 10-11. Badgers still trailing. McCoy now with the ball. Over to number 3, Lewis. Back to McCoy, over to 15. A new face for the Jagos, Rashid. Ooh, the Jagos cannot finish. And O'Neal now with the ball. Looking at a scoring drive here. Number 11, or number 1. Into Mason Rich, over to Ty, and he will complete the score now 12-11. The Badgers are up for the first time here in this first half. Lewis now with the ball for the Jagos. Lewis to McCoy, over to 25, Rashid. McCoy will try to shoot from outside the three-point line. It is no good. Ty now with the ball for the Badgers. Number 23. Ty over to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Ty. Ty looking for the shot. He's going to pass inside of number 15, Norbert Janisek. The first we're seeing of Janisek's face here. Number 10 is going to go down with the ball. McCoy for the Jagos. Over to number 3, Lewis. Lewis looking for the pass into 24, Tavion Jackson. Jackson back to McCoy. McCoy will take the shot. No good. Brought down by Norbert Janisek for the Snow College Badgers. Janisek over to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to bring it across the timeline. Over to number 1, Riley Panther. Back to O'Neal. Over to Ty. Ty now with the ball, looking for the shot. He's going to pass inside to Janisek. Janisek's going to drop that pass, and the Jagos are going to pick up the ball. McCoy bringing it across the timeline for us. Looking like number 25 for the Jagos. Rashid is going to pick up that foul. Number 30 for the Jagos getting called in to substitute number 25, Devin White. for the Jagos. McCoy now with the ball. He passes it into Lewis. Number 1, Eason with the ball now for the Jagos. Eason over to Lewis. Lewis back to Eason. He's going to take the three-point shot, and it is good. Score now 14-12. Badgers once again trailing. O'Neal now with the ball for the Snow College Badgers. O'Neal dribbling and dribbling, playing down that shot clock. Looking like Devontae Eason for the Jagos is going to try to steal the ball. He'll end up out of bounds. Nate Moore back in for the Snow College Badgers. He's going to replace he's going to replace Chris O'Neal. Number 1 for the Badgers now with the ball. He passes inside to Moore. Moore back to 1, over to 15. Janicek with the shot. It is no good. Brought down by Ty. Over to Moore. Ty with the ball again. He's going to take the shot. It is no good. Lewis now with the ball for the Jagos. Lewis inside to number 30. Charlie Watkin. He is a big center for the Jagos. 23 Ty with the Badgers with the ball. Back to 0. Nate Moore now with the ball for the Badgers. He's looking for a man inside, but he can't find one. He's going to pass back out to number 1, Riley Panter. Panter over to 23 Ty now with the ball. He's going to go inside, pass to Janicek. Janicek, fake and shot, still no good. The score is still 12-14. The Badgers are trailing. This is Sam Robbins again once with Snow TV. We got 6 minutes and 33 seconds left in our first half here, and there is a timeout on the court, so we'll take a quick break as well. And we're back. Janicek with the 2 free throws. He completes both. And the Jagos now with the ball. Number 1 for the Jagos over to, 23 Ty with the ball with the steal as well. Nate Moore now with the ball. He's going to take the shot. It is good. Snow College up once again, 16-14. Snow College Badgers looking like the Jagos are clearing the bench once again. That is another timeout for the Jagos. We're going to take a quick break. And welcome back out of that second timeout for the Jagos. Number 3, Lewis now with the ball. Bring it across that timeline. Pass over to number 12, Jordan Lee. Back to Lewis inside to 24. Jackson with the ball. The Badgers now in possession. Looking like Janicek's going to bring the ball in for the Snow College Badgers. Janicek bringing the ball into Moore. Moore is going to bring the ball across the timeline for us. Moore now with the ball, surveying what he's got. He's going to pass inside to Janicek. Janicek is going to try to make a shot. It is no good, but the Jagos are going to come down with the ball on this one. Lewis now with the ball for the Jagos, going to bring it across the timeline, facing 3 defenders. He passes over to number 25, Rashid. Jagos now with the ball. They're going to take the shot. It is the side of the iron for them. No good. The Badgers are going to come down with the ball. Nate Moore for the Badgers, actually. Moore in and outside of that three-point line. Inside to number 20, Jackson Anderson. He's back in the game. Anderson over to number 1, Panther, to Moore, to Janicek, who is going to complete. Badgers now up 4 points, 18-14 with 5 minutes left here in this first half. Lewis over to 12 for the Jagos. He's going to shoot, and it is good for the 3 points, making that deficit just 1 for the Jagos. Number 20, Jackson Anderson over to 15, Janicek. Moore in for the shot. It is good. 2017 Badgers up 3. Lewis over to 12. Jagos looking to complete another, maybe close that gap. Lewis with the shot. It is good for the 3 points. Score tied now at 20-20. Moore over to Jackson Anderson. He's going to shoot from the three-point line. No good. Looked like Koliker's back. No, not Koliker. 25 for the Badgers. Mason Rich with that rebound. Riley Panther trying to make the shot, and Janicek finishes with the rebound. 22-20 here with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half.
Back into the Badgers,
J.R. Taylor in for the Badgers. He's going to replace number 25, Mason Rich. Number 3, Lewis for the Jagos. Over to 12, Jordan Lee now with the ball. Back to Lewis. Over to 25, Devin White. 24 into Lewis. Lewis outside to 22, and the Badgers are going to steal the ball. Nate Moore now with the ball. Over to 20, Jackson Anderson. Anderson's trying to complete, but he passes the ball outside of bounds. Seeing some substitutions again for the Jagos. Ten for the Jagos, bringing the ball in to 25, White. Number 12 into 24. Outside to 10, 12, 25. They're passing around that three-point line. They're going to attempt a shot, but it's no good. Front of the iron on that one. Moore over to 20. Anderson, brought down by the Jagos. Looks like a jump ball in possession of the Badgers. Looking like the Badgers in possession of the ball now. Number 22, J.R. Taylor. Coming in for the Snow College Badgers. Number 0, Nate Moore now with the ball. Looking as though he is going to pass inside and start this play. Moore inside to Janicek. Janicek back to Moore. Moore looking to complete over to Taylor. Taylor's going to come up underneath the basket and make the 2 points. 24-20, Badgers are up. 10, McCoy now with the ball. McCoy inside to number 1. Still trying to dunk, still not doing that great of a job. And the Badgers are still up 4 points. Janicek looking to retrieve the ball out of the bleachers. And he's accomplished at that, seeing that he is like 6'5". 6'11", actually, Norbert Janicek, right out of Slovakia. Nate Moore now with the ball. Going to bring it across the timeline for the Badgers, seeing some half-court pressure from McCoy. Ooh, 12 now, 22. Taylor for the Badgers now with the ball. Taylor looking outside the three-point line into number 1, Riley Panter. Janicek is going to fight for a possession, and the jump ball is going to be given possession to the Jagos. McCoy now with the ball. Actually, 25, White now with the ball into McCoy. McCoy over to number 12. Back outside to McCoy. Looks like the Badgers going to steal the ball there, right there. Riley Panter with that steal. Panter outside to Moore. Moore seeing some harsh half-court pressure from the Jagos. Janicek again with the ball. He's struggling. He's got 3 defenders on him all the time, it seems. Looking like 24 Jackson is going to complete that drive for another 2 points for the Jagos. Jagos going to steal the pass right out from under the noses of the Badgers. 25 with the shot. It is no good. Brought down by Nate Moore, number 0 for the Badgers. Moore over to Taylor. Taylor back to Moore. He's going to bring it across the half-court line for us. Moore dribbling in front of the defender, and they are just pushing him around as far as defense goes. More outside to Taylor, and the Jagos are going to steal it once again. Number 1, Eason for the Jagos with the steal and the 2 points. The score is now tied. Jagos and Badgers at 24 points with just 1 minute and 25 seconds left here in our first half. Nate Moore now with the ball. Moore coming across that half-court line. He's going to be back and forth. They stop the clock, and possession will be given. Actually, we're seeing a foul for Nate Moore. That is a foul for McCoy. McCoy lining up his first shot. And it is good. Badgers up 25-24 here with 1:18 left in the first half. Moore looking to finish his second shot. And it is good as well. Score now 26-24. Badgers up by 2 points. Jagos still seeing if they can't close that gap. McCoy now with the ball. McCoy over to White. And the Badgers going to pick up that rebound. The shot is no good. Moore now with the ball. Moore over to O'Neal. O'Neal into Janicek. Janicek is going to shoot, and it is no good. Jagos now possession once again of the ball. White's going to pass it into McCoy. McCoy bringing it down the court for the Jagos. McCoy losing control of the ball, and the Badgers are going to force it out of bounds. Chris O'Neal with that. The Badgers looking strong here at the end of the first half. We'll see if they can't put more points up on the board. And the Badgers, Moore's going to fake out McCoy on the Jagos. O'Neal now with the ball, looking for the shot inside. He finds Nate Moore's inside man. He's coming up inside the paint, and he shoots. It is no good. Moore coming back with the rebound, his own rebound. He's quite the intense player as far as we've seen so far. He's the defenders aren't drawing anything to defend Moore out here, and Dominic McCoy steps up, looking like a blocking foul for the Jagos. Even though White got knocked down right there, Moore's looking hurt as well. Nate Moore picking up the bonus for the Badgers. Again, this is Sam Robbins for Snow TV, bringing you the second basketball game for the Snow College Badgers, I do believe. Moore able to knock out that first free throw. We'll see if he can't do the same on the second. Moore with his second free throw. He lines up the shot. And it is good as well. Score now 28-24. The Badgers starting to widen this gap between them and the Jagos. McCoy now with the ball. 6 seconds left on the clock. Can he complete? He drives in, and it is good for the 2 points. The score is now 26-28. The Jagos actually trailing here into the second half of the basketball game. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. The Snow College Badgers are playing the Tohono Community College Jagos. Janicek with the shot. It is good. 30-26 is the score, opening the second half here of the Snow College game. McCoy with the ball. Outside to White. White's going to shoot for three. That is no good. Number 1, Easton trying to finish that shot with the rebound. It is also no good. Crud. Koliker with the ball. He loses that rebound. Number 25, White now with the ball. 25 back to McCoy. McCoy with the layup. It is good for 2 points. Looking like the Jagos are looking to close this gap between them and the Badgers. McCoy also drawing the foul in that drive. He will go up for 2 points. McCoy with his first shot. And it is good. Score now 30-29. Nate Moore now with the ball. He's going to bring it across the timeline for the Badgers. Moore inside to Mason Rich. Back to Moore inside to Janicek, the tall center for the Snow College Badgers. Janicek looking rather wiped out after that first half. He got pretty beat up. According to Gary Chichester, he can't get the ball out fast enough, so those defenders hop on him like a pack of dogs on a three-legged cat. The Jagos now in possession of the ball. Number 10, McCoy, into number 12. Take the shot from outside the three-point line. It is no good. Number 32, Koliker coming down with the ball inside to Moore. Moore drawing the foul, looking like a blocking foul. Number 24 for the Jagos, Jackson. Jackson Anderson for the Badgers going to bring the ball into play. Koliker's going to receive that pass. Koliker back to O'Neal, inside to Moore. Moore looking for a pass. He passes near the three-point line into 11 and stolen by the Jagos. McCoy over to White. A failed pass right there. White again with the ball. He's going to go for the layup, and it is no good. The Jagos coming down with the rebound. 24, Easton with the ball now. Janicek over to Moore.
30-second timeout.
A timeout called by the Jagos. We're going to take a quick break. And welcome back. The Snow College Badgers coming out of a timeout. The score is 30-29 with the Badgers up. Nate Moore now with the ball, bringing the ball across the timeline into O'Neal, over to Koliker. Koliker passing outside to Anderson. Anderson into O'Neal. O'Neal sitting on that three-point line. He's going to pass inside to Koliker. Koliker's going to get the ball stolen by number 24 for the Jagos. That is Jackson. 24-12, over to number 1, Eason. Over to McCoy, and 12 now again with the ball. Jordan Lee is number 12, actually. Number 24 with the completed layup, Jackson. Nate Moore now with the ball for the Snow College Badgers. Nate Moore inside to Anderson. Anderson looking for his man. Koliker's gonna come up outside of the paint, but he's not gonna receive the ball. Nate Moore now again with the ball. Moore is going to try to drive inside, but he's gonna get, looks like a blocking foul called on the Jagos. That is McCoy's third personal foul of the game. Looking like they're gonna sub Delino Lewis in for McCoy. Anderson bringing the ball in for the Badgers. O'Neal now with the ball. O'Neal looking for his man, and he finds Anderson. Anderson sitting outside that three-point line. Janicek not able to pass inside. Number 12 is gonna go down with the ball. That is Jordan Lee. The Jagos still in possession of the ball. Looking like a few substitutions are coming. Janicek is stepping out, and Simonson is stepping in. Jagos now with the drive inside. Number 1, Eason. They're just passing around the three-point line right now. Number 25, White with the ball. Inside to Lewis. Inside the paint to Jackson, and they bring it back outside. White's gonna drive inside and make the 2 points, making the score 30-31. The Badgers trailing once again. There were 16 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second half of the game. Jagos now in possession of the ball. Number 3, Lewis bringing the ball into play. Actually, excuse me, the Badgers are in possession after a quick consideration by the referees. Anderson's going to bring the ball into play with Moore. Moore bringing the ball across the timeline here. He's seeing some half-court pressure from Lewis. Looks like O'Neal's going to come and relieve some of that pressure. Moore still with the ball. Inside to Simonson. Simpson's in pass inside to Koliker. Koliker outside to number 20 and Anderson. Anderson over to Moore. Moore sitting out that three-point line. Simonson's going to receive the ball now. He's going to pass outside to Koliker. Koliker's going to shoot for 3, and it is no good. Back the iron on that one. 16 minutes left here in this first half. Jagos looking to capitalize. Number 25 for the Jagos going to lose the ball. White there. Moore now with the ball, bringing across the timeline. Moore, little skip pass over to O'Neal. Inside to number 20, Anderson with the ball. He's going to come down with the ball, and the Jagos are going to pick up the rebound.
Jackson Anderson with his second.
Anderson picking up his second personal foul. Eason for the Jagos passing into number 3, Lewis, who will bring the ball across the half-court line. Lewis driving in to see if he can make some plays, excuse me, and he steps outside of bounds. 15 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Looks like Anderson's going to bring the ball into Nate Moore. Nate Moore's going to bring the ball across that timeline for us. Moore looking to make some points here with inside pass to Anderson. Anderson's going to complete and draw the foul, making it 32-31, possibly 33 for the Badgers.
Jackson Anderson basket's good. Foul on Eden Hughes, his first person. Khalil Rashid. Foul goal.
15 minutes and 29 seconds now left in this second half. Anderson looking to make his free throw. He lines up the shot. And it is no good. Hits the back of the iron on that one. And he will shoot again. Anderson lining up his second shot. Hopefully he can complete. And this one is good. The score now 33-31. The Badgers up with 15 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the second half. McCoy now with the ball. Over to Jackson, back to McCoy, over to Jackson once again. Jackson sitting on that three-point line. McCoy now with the ball. McCoy sitting outside the three-point line as well. He's looking for an inside pass, and he can't find one. But Jackson will take it inside, and he will not score. He will get fouled on the way up, it appears.
London Simpson is second at the line to shoot two. Tevion Jackson.
Tevion Jackson for the Jagos, the Tohono Jagos. Jackson now lining up the shot. And it is good. Score now 33-32 with the Jagos just trailing by 1 point. Jackson lining up his second shot. Looking to tie the ball game. And it is no good. Badgers now in possession of the ball.
Second personal.
Anderson into O'Neal. O'Neal now with the ball. He's passing, or he's looking to pass. He comes across the timeline, calling out his play. Nate Moore now with the ball. Back to O'Neal. Into Simonson. Simonson driving inside and losing the ball. It goes out of bounds. It is now in possession of the Tohono Jagos. A quick shout out to all those listening from around the nation and possibly around the world. We received some validation earlier. We have some people in Mesa, Arizona listening to the game. Jackson with the shot. It is no good for the Jagos. He picks up a rebound, comes inside and completes the score now 34-33. The Jagos are up. Simonson with the ball, passing, it appears, into Nate Moore. Moore's going to bring this ball across the half-court line. Looking for a man. Jagos playing some solid zone defense. Simonson inside to Koliker. Koliker completes. 35-34 Badgers. 15 now for the Jagos. Rashid going to draw the foul.
Jackson Anderson with his third personal.
Anderson picking up a third foul.
J.R. Taylor.
He's going to be substituted by J.R. Taylor. The Jagos now in possession of the ball, and they're going to lose it outside, out of bounds on that one. Taylor now with the ball into Moore. Moore's going to bring this ball across the half-court line into play for the Badgers. Taylor now with the ball back to Moore. Moore over to Simonson. Simonson looking to take a shot, possibly. No, he finds his inside man with Anderson. Simonson back again outside for the 3 points. It is no good. Taylor finding that rebound and completing that drive. 37-34 Badgers once again up for about the third time this half. 24, Jackson with the ball. He passes outside to 12, and he knocks it down for 3 points, tying the ball game 37-37. Moore now with the ball. Moore passing to Simonson, outside to Anderson. Anderson back to Moore. Moore's going to take the shot. It is no good. Front of the iron on that one. Simonson's going to pick up the ball. He's going to find his man with Koliker. Number 32, Koliker, is going to fall on the ground. Hopefully picking up some points from that. We're going to get a timeout from the Badgers. We're going to take a quick break here with 13 minutes and 10 seconds left in this second half. mean, and Kohliger finishing his first free throw. Maybe he'll complete his second. And it is good. Badgers 39-37 here with 13:10 left in the second half. Number 12, Lee for the Jagos. Now in possession of the ball, Lee and McCoy. Seeing some half-court pressure from the Badgers here. A little under 15 minutes left in the second half. Lee now with the ball inside the 30. Charlie Watkin for the Jagos. Watkin over to 15, and the Badgers are going to steal the ball. Number 22, J.R. Taylor hoping to complete. He dunks it. It's good. 41-37. Badgers up once again here in this second half. McCoy with the ball. Taylor looking to steal. Lee with the ball. And he is fouled on the way up, it appears. And he will take the shots. Number 1, Eason, lining up his first shot for the Jagos. 41-37, now 41-38. Like the Jagos are having a few substitutions on the court. A close game we're seeing right here. Eason with the second shot. It is good as well. The score 41-39. Badgers still up. Nate Moore now with the ball. He's looking for a man. Seeing some half-court pressure from McCoy. And he'll get around that pressure with some help of Janasek. Number 20, Anderson now with the ball inside to J.R. Taylor. He's going to kick it out to number 0, Nate Moore, and he will finish for the 3 points. Score now 44-39. Badgers up a little bit more, 30. Charlie Watkin now with the ball for the Jagos. Watkin looking to finish, and it is no good, a little over the rim there. Janasek now with the ball, kicking it out to 0, Nate Moore. Nate Moore from the free throw line, in and out, where it bounces. J.R. Taylor coming up with a rebound, and he is knocked down going up for that shot. And he will draw a foul, it appears. It's Devin White's 4th personal foul. Taylor will take 2 shots as a result. Taylor coming in as an explosive player in the second half here for the Badgers. He will take his first shot, and it is no good. And the Jagos substituting some players. Jackson in for number 12, Lee. Taylor lining up his second shot. It is good, 45-39, Badgers up. Lee to McCoy. McCoy bringing the ball across the timeline for us. He's looking for a man, and he finds it, number 25, White. White going up for the shot, and it is good. Score now 45-41. Badgers still up. J.R. Taylor with the ball. Taylor out to Moore. Moore to Anderson. Anderson inside to Janasek. Janasek kicking it out back to Moore. Moore takes a shot. It is good. Ring around the rosy. That's 3 points. 48-41. Badgers up. McCoy now with the ball. Bring it across the timeline for us. McCoy looking for a man. He finds it in Lee. Back out to McCoy. Seeing no pressure outside that 3-point line. He finds Jackson. Jackson back into McCoy. Back out to Jackson. 25 White now with the ball. Looking like traveling for White. And the Badgers are now in possession. Norbert Janasek out of Slovakia for the Badgers. Is going to pass it into Moore. We're now seeing some full court pressure brought on by the Jagos with number 3 Lewis coming past that half court line. Put some pressure on Nate Moore. Moore feeling the pressure. Oh, and he makes a poor pass out to J.R. Taylor. Taylor can't feel the ball. Badgers, the refs are saying the Badgers are still in possession of the ball. J.R. Taylor will take that every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Haley outside O'Neal. O'Neal looking for a man. Putting a lot of pressure on him. He breaks that pressure, but he passes out to Moore. Moore now with the ball. He shoots, it is no good. Badgers still up 7 points, 48-41 with just 10 minutes and 27 seconds here in our second half. Nate Moore with a foul, it appears. He's going to take those shots. First one from the iron is no good. Moore with his second shot. And it is good. Badgers up 8 points now, 49-41. Still 10 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second half. Jagos now on the ball. We're seeing a little action from Keenan Keems for the Jagos. Keems into Lewis. Lewis seeing some full court pressure from O'Neal for the Badgers. Lewis over to McCoy, back out to Lewis, into number 1, Lee. He shoots, it is no good, and J.R. Taylor's gonna come down with the ball. Number 11, Chris O'Neal for the Badgers now with the ball. He passes to number 1, Riley Panther, and he will complete the shot. It is good, 51 for 3 points actually, 52-41, excuse me. Badgers up. Tohono taking a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back. This is Sam Robbins with Snow TV once again. And we're back here with 10 minutes left in the first half. Badgers up 52-41, but I'm sure you know that. Looking like number 0 for the Jagos. Keenan Keems in once again. He's going to pass the ball into play. And the Badgers are putting on some full court pressure for the Jagos. Number 10 for the Jagos, McCoy now with the ball. McCoy passing into number 3, Lee. Lee will go for the shot, and it is no good. The Badgers block it, and Lee will hopefully bring down some points with it. Badgers racking up the fouls here with just 9 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second half. Lewis taking his shots. He lines it up, and it is no good from the iron on that one. Head coach for the Badgers, Robert Nielsen, yelling out some information to his players in between shots. Looks like Lewis drains his second shot. O'Neal now with the ball, seeing 2 defenders on him. He calls a timeout, and we'll take one as well. With 9:45 left in the second half. And welcome back. 9:45 here left in the second half. Badgers up by 10 points. Looking like Riley Panter bringing the ball in play for the Snow College Badgers. Still again seeing some heavy full court pressure from the Jagos. Tie-in for the Badgers. Oh, he will pass it out of bounds. Intended receiver right there was number 11, Chris O'Neill. Riley Panter again with the ball. Badgers still in possession. He's going to pass inside to Janicek. Janicek back to Panter, over to O'Neill. O'Neill now with the ball, driving hopefully inside. He's going to try. He's looking for a man. Oh, with a poor pass into Janicek. The Jagos steal the ball. Over to number 3, over to 0 for the Jagos. They will drain that shot, closing the gap between the Badgers and the Jagos. The Badgers looking to answer that shot with a shot of their own and maintaining the gap of 10 points between the two teams. Badgers still up with 9 minutes left here in our second half. Lewis now with the ball. Lewis over to Eason, back to Lewis. And looking like Chris O'Neill with another foul.
Chris O'Neill's third personal will be 1-1 bonus. Khalil Rashid.
Rashid taking 1-1 bonus for the Jagos. Badgers head coach Robert Nielsen, a little less animated in the first half. We've become quite excited here as this game comes to an end. Looks like Rashid will complete his first shot, receive a second. Hopefully closing that gap between the Badgers and the Jagos. He's no good with his second shot. Janicek coming down with a rebound. Moore now with the ball. Moore getting double teamed. He passes into Taylor. Taylor capitalizing on that poor defense. Passes into Panter. Panter completes the score. 56-45. 8.5 minutes left in this second half. Winding down, and so are the players. It seems they've got a little less intensity, but the Jagos are picking that up with a lot of passing game here outside that three-point line. Number 1, Eason. Passing into Rashid. Rashid will shoot, no good. Looks like J.R. Taylor coming down with the ball. Taylor with 3 men behind him and only Janicek to complete the shot. Everyone catches up. Moore now with the ball. Moore drawing the defender out near the half-court line. He'll be pushed, draw the foul. Rashid with the foul. And he will shoot 1-1 for the Badgers. Looking like Anderson's coming in for tie for the Badgers.
Jackson Anderson for the Badgers.
Moore shooting for his first time. It is no good. J.R. Taylor will come down with the rebound. Anderson will pick up his failed shot. Pass outside to Panter, over to Moore. Moore sitting on that three-point line is going to draw out White again. He's going to drive inside, hoping to beat him in the run game, and looked like 25 for the Jagos. Or White seen blocking again, and Moore will capitalize on that. 7:45 left here in this second half. Moore will shoot 1-1 once again. Waiting for some substitutions here. Jago substitute 1 player. Moore will shoot his first free throw for the 1-1 and complete. 57-45 now the score. He's to shoot another. Moore lines up his second shot. And it is no good, but J.R. Taylor coming down with that rebound. He's looking for a man to pass to, but he can't find one. He finally finds Moore out near that half-court line. Moore running in circles trying to get rid of Lewis. But he can't seem to get away from him. He was pretty quick. Moore passes into Taylor. Taylor picks up that pass. And passes to the basketball standard, it seems. Losing possession to the Jagos. McCoy now with the ball for the Jagos. I have not seen a lot of possession time here in the second half. Lewis will shoot, and it is good for the 3 points, closing the gap a little bit between the Jagos and the Badgers. Janicek will pick up the ball and be fouled. 7 minutes left here in this second half. We'll see if Janicek can complete on foul shots he receives. Janicek, straight out of Slovakia here, shoots and misses his first shot. Janicek, a 6'11" forward center. He stands above everybody else. Hopefully, and he does complete a second shot. The Jagos now in possession of the ball. Number 24, excuse me, Jackson now with the ball into McCoy. McCoy will bring the ball across the half-court line for the Jagos. Jackson over to Lewis, back to Jackson. Out to Lee. Over to Easton to McCoy. McCoy's going to drive inside. And be fouled. J.R. Taylor on that foul. McCoy will shoot 1 and 1. Lines up his first shot. It is good. He gets to shoot another. McCoy lining up his second shot. It is good as well. Score 58-50. 6 minutes and 41 seconds left here in the second half. Anderson passing into Panter. Panter over to Moore. Moore capitalizing on a lack of defenders. Passes into Coliker. Coliker shoots. It is no good, but it is fouled on the way. No, he's not. He was traveling. Jagos now in possession of the ball. Jagos number 10, McCoy with the ball. He drives up, passes out. And number 12, Lee, will complete for the Jagos for 3 points, closing the gap between the Badgers and the Jagos. Number 22, Taylor with the ball, passes to Anderson. Anderson receiving a whole lot of pressure from the Jagos. He will receive some foul shots for blocking violation. Just a little over 6 minutes left here in our second half. Anderson with the shots. Lines up the shot, he shoots, it is good. And a timeout is called, we'll take one as well. Again, this is Sam Robbins with Snow TV. We'll be right back. And welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah, where the Snow College Badgers are facing off with the Tohono Community College Jagos. Again, Jackson Anderson with the 1-1 after a blocking violation. He'll complete his second shot. Scores now 59-53, Badgers up. The Jagos now in possession of the ball. Number 1, Eason, passing to McCoy. McCoy seeing some half-court pressure from J.R. Taylor. Seeing some double teaming from Taylor and Koliker. Jackson will try to shoot the ball for the Jagos. It is no good. Nate Moore receiving that rebound. Moore coming across the half-court line. Seeing some severe half-court pressure from number 3 for the Jagos, Lewis. Moore passing to O'Neal. Getting the ball inside to Taylor. Taylor will go up for the shot and be fouled on the way up. McCoy receiving another foul. That is his 4th foul. One more and he's out of here. J.R. Taylor with the shots. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the second half. Taylor completes his first shot, increasing that deficit. And his second. McCoy with the ball now for the Jagos. McCoy into Eason. Eason back to McCoy, sitting just outside that 3-point line. McCoy looks for a shot or a pass. Either will do, and he goes in and is fouled on the way into the paint. J.R. Taylor receiving another foul there. McCoy for the 1-1. He completes his first shot. Seeing some substitutions from the Jagos. Got Rashid and Keems in for the Jagos. McCoy now with his second shot. It is no good from the iron, and the Badgers will knock the ball out of bounds. Jagos once again in possession of the ball in their own half of the court. McCoy passes to Keems. Keems shoots no good. Lewis coming down with that rebound. He shoots no good as well. Koliker finally with that rebound. There's another foul. This half seeming to take forever. Lewis now with the shots. Badgers giving up quite a few points with these fouls. Lewis knocks down his first free throw. Lewis with his second free throw, and it is good as well. Closing that gap between the Jagos and the Badgers. 5 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the second half. Nate Moore with the ball. J.R. Taylor. Oh, Koliker cannot receive that pass, and the Jagos get possession. And one for the Jagos, Eason. Number 10 will take the shot for the Jagos. It is no good. They come back again with a rebound. McCoy now with the ball. He goes up and is stuffed by number 32 of the Badgers, Koliker. Getting back the possession of the ball, giving the ball to Moore after quite the stuff right there. Nate Moore with the ball and the pass out to Anderson. O'Neal now holding possession of the ball. Anderson again seeing a couple defenders on the shot. He is found to be traveling on the way in. Offensive foul. Jackson Anderson with his 4th foul. Again, we're seeing number 30, Charlie Watkin, in for the Jagos. Number 3, Lewis, now with the ball. He loses a defender, passes number 12. Oh, Watkin has the ball. Passes out to number 12, and Eason will shoot and complete for the 3 points. A little over 4 minutes left here in our second half. Badgers looking to answer some of those lost points there. Nate Moore now with the ball. Into O'Neal. Number 20, Anderson with the shot. It is no good. J.R. Taylor with the rebound. Taylor out to Moore. Moore wasting some time here with dribbling, seeing no pressure from the defense. Colliker comes out to receive a pass. Maybe even helps create some diversion up in there. Anderson with the shot. It is good. And it's amazing there's no fouls up in there. McCoy to Lewis into Eason. Eason will shoot. Oh, he'll pass out. And number 11, O'Neal, will receive that stolen pass. O'Neal to Moore. Moore again wasting time, hoping to wear down that clock a little more. Calling Colliker out. Moore will shoot. It is no good. And Anderson will pick up that rebound. Again, out to Moore. He's seeing some pressure finally from the Jagos. Lewis doing a good job on getting that pressure. O'Neal finally with the ball. O'Neal passes inside to Taylor. Taylor will shoot. It is good. 66-59. Badgers up. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the second half. McCoy now with the ball. He calls a timeout, and we will take one as well. We'll be right back. And we're back. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second half. The the Jagos are maintaining possession of the ball. Eason into McCoy. McCoy will bring the ball across the half-court line. McCoy wearing the clock down as well. 15 seconds left on that shot clock. McCoy over to Lewis. Lewis receiving some pressure from Taylor. Back to McCoy. Lewis passes out to Eason. Eason cannot complete, and J.R. Taylor comes down with the ball. Jackson Anderson with his 5th personal foul will be ejected from the game. Number 1, Riley Panter coming in for Jackson Anderson. Devontae Eason with his first free throw. It is no good. Eason lines up his second shot, and it is good. Just a little over 2 minutes left in this second half. The Jagos are looking to make a comeback. Eason with his 3rd and final free throw. It is good. Colliker will bring the ball into play. Colliker into Panter. O'Neal now with the ball. Seeing 2 defenders on his back. Taylor will shoot. It is good. making that score just a little harder for the Jagos to come back from. Lewis now with the ball out to Rashid. Rashid will take the shot. It is no good. Front of the iron. Colliker come down with that rebound. Colliker over to Moore. Nate Moore coming across that timeline, looking to find a passer. He finds it in Chris O'Neal. O'Neal seeing more pressure. Who will drive inside and pass out to J.R. Taylor. Taylor now with the ball out to Moore. Moore looking to make a shot. He passes into Colliker. Colliker will go up, make the shot, and receive a free throw. Badgers up 9 points with just a little under 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this second half. Colliker waiting on the substitution so he can take his free throws. Rashid in for the Jagos. Colliker lines up his first shot. It is good. And the Badgers substitute Panther in with Ty. Number 10, McCoy now with the ball for the Jagos. Seeing a pick and roll. McCoy out to Rashid, out to Lewis. Can't complete. Taylor over to Moore. Moore now with the ball in possession for the Badgers. Moore fighting off Lewis. And he loses 2 defenders with the help of Colliker. Taylor completes another shot with just 45 seconds left in this second half. Jagos looking to close that deficit. McCoy calls a timeout. Again, 38 seconds left in this second half. We'll take a quick break. And welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center here in Richfield, Utah. We have the Snow College Badgers and the Tohono O'odham Community College Jagos. Number 2 for the Jagos into number 0. Keenan Keens with the shot. It is no good. Nate Moore picking up the rebound. Moore receiving some full court pressure from the Jagos. He's fighting off 2 defenders. And receives receives a foul from Keenan Keens. Moore will go up for 2. Just 21 seconds left here in this second half. We'll see if they can't drag it out a little longer. Moore lining up his first shot. And it is good. 21 seconds left here in this second half. Number 2 for the Jagos. unlisted. Looking to find a receiver in Charlie Watkin. It is no good, and the Badgers receive possession of the ball. Coliker passing to Moore. Moore will bring the ball across the half-court line. Seeing some full-court pressure. 4 seconds left in the half. 2-1, and it is over. Final score 75-61. The Snow College Badgers take this one. We'll see more from them tomorrow at 7 o'clock, same time. And with that, we'll close our broadcast. This has been Sam Robbins on Snow TV. Thanks for watching.